What is going on, everybody? John and Pemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook live show. It is our final live show of the MLB DFS season. We will be having, obviously, still the preview shows up until the end of the year, but as we transition to NFL, we will no longer be live here at 5 p.m. for you guys each and every day. That doesn't mean you can't get in touch with us, though. As you know, Grande and I are in the Discord. Get you guys ready each and every day. Still doing playbooks and all the fun stuff here for the MLB DFS season. But this is, unfortunately, our final live. I know there'll be plenty of you rolling in here throughout the next couple of minutes, and we'll be sure to repeat this throughout the episode. But, grateful for all of you who've showed up since opening day with us here on the MLB DFS live show each and every day. Shout out to our guy Keith, who's also filled in numerous times for us on the live show, giving awesome analysis and being part of the show with us here each and every day as well. Grande, it's kind of a big slate here. 12 games to finish out the live show series. We have two top prospects expecting to make their major league debuts.
Well, one prospect and one plumber.
One prospect, that's true. Peyton Toley, the higher rated prospect.
He's a plumber.
But he looks like he's 45 years old, yeah.
Yep, and he works construction and he drinks black coffee.
Yeah, he's your handyman.
Every morning, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see if the weather holds out in Boston again. I live in Boston. We've had off and on like hard rain, thunderstorms all day. Current expected projected forecasts say, and I broke out the weather radar over at the weatherchannel.com, like 8:30, kind of where all the storms pass. So, maybe a 90-minute delay. Maybe they start at 9 o'clock to get the field ready, and then they go. They have the kid's family here. I don't think they want to push them a day. Maybe
I'm sure that they'd be able to afford to pay
okay.
for his family.
They probably got him up in the West End here or something like that. Ready to go.
I'm sure they'll be okay.
Yes, but either way, skiing's totally there. But yeah, like I said, 12 games here. Weather-wise, only a couple of games though we are looking at that could have some weather impact to watch for. We do have Coors on this slate. We have Sacramento on this slate. So yeah, it's a good one to end the live show experience here for us on the YouTube channel for the baseball season. Of course, we'll have plenty of live shows for the football, NFL football season. We had our Flag Plant show today, myself, Andrew Cooper, and Howard Bender. You can go check that out. We'll have live streams throughout the NFL season, and then you'll see Grande and I again live once the NBA season comes back around. So still make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button so you guys don't ever miss a show. James, how are we feeling about today, man?
We are two different discussions. My eyes are killing me today, John. Okay. So I hate today because we work on computers for a living.
We do.
So when your eyes are working at less than max capacity, it's not a fun day. The slate is solid, but the day, I just hope it's better tomorrow. It's an interesting slate because I think there's a lot of good pivots on some of the chalkier options we're going to talk about and some of the options at pitching, which unfathomable, unbelievable. One of the pitching options that are getting all the ownership. I'm sick to my stomach when I saw this specific name because he has been dog water, and I mean dog water out of a bowl that hasn't been cleaned in a month, not fresh H2O out of after you clean your dog bowl, your dog's bowl.
Do you guys have the running water fountain, or do you just do straight bowls for your dogs?
No, straight bowls, but make sure the bowl's clean. And
we got the fountain for
fountain. Well, you make that step up salary for me. I can't yet afford
it's like $20. I'll send you the one we have. But actually, you have much larger dogs. My dog's smaller than a rabbit. So
yeah, that's true.
also that also plays.
That's true.
All right, so I agree, and we'll just jump right into it here. Your top rostered pitcher, we kind of nailed this one on the previous show. That's Robbie Ray. Great matchup at home against Baltimore team that just cannot hit left-handed pitching. Makes total sense that he is your highest rostered starting pitcher at 32%. Again, we have Coors Field. We have relatively expensive Cubs to try to pay up for tonight. So getting to Paul Skeens, not many people are going there. He's only 10% against the Boston Red Sox here tonight. Carlos Rodon gets the White Sox. We kind of highlighted, White Sox have been good, but I mean, they might have lost Miguel Vargas. Obviously, he left last night's game. Rodon coming in under 10%. So, nobody's spending up for Rodon, Bieber, or Skeens here tonight. It's Robbie Ray as your top rostered pitcher.
Yeah, shout out to the commenter this morning about you said something like, can't believe John said Justin Bieber's prime was at age 9, which I found absolutely hilarious.
I don't know. I don't know.
I found that to be an A+ comment this morning. That was.
Someone tell me what his songs. I don't know.
It was definitely older than 9, but that commenter nailed it on the head. I mean, the Robbie Ray one is obviously super appealing. We've talked about Baltimore as an offense in general. Now they have been, to their credit, they have been serviceable. Like earlier in the year, it was nowhere close to serviceable. Mm-hmm. It was abysmal, embarrassing, whatever adjectives you want to use to describe their offense. It was putrid. They were bad. Now, since the All-Star break, they're 12th in OPS against left-handed pitching. They're 13th in WOBA. They're middle of the pack, 14th in WRC plus. They have a 193 ISO against left-handed pitching. It's all good, pretty good stuff, better than league average. Obviously, there's been a lot of roster overhaul for Baltimore, so I understand it. So, that brings me back to, is Robbie Ray definitively the best pitcher on the slate that ownership tells me he is? I don't think so, but it's a great ballpark to pitch in. They obviously still aren't, the elite against lefties, but they've obviously improved. They do strike out a lot and don't walk a lot, two things that Robbie Ray does a lot of. So when you get a matchup where Robbie Ray doesn't have to really be concerned with walks, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And a team that strikes out a lot, that's also a good thing because he misses bats. So I like Robbie Ray. I definitely, am a little skeptical that on a 12-game slate, that's the pitcher over 30. He's the only pitcher over 30%. I mean, there's only two pitchers on today's
20%.
Yeah, only 2 over 20. So for me, I'm in a tournament. I'm probably going to find a different pocket to go, but I understand why someone would go to Robbie Ray.
Is that pivot George Kirby at $9,200? He's coming in well below. Not well below, but coming in about 50%, I guess, technically below Robbie Ray here. He's your third highest rostered pitcher. So it seems like from a spend up perspective, these are the two that we're gravitating towards today.
100%. It's George Kirby is my top pivot overall. It's a better matchup as it's been since the break. Since the All-Star break, Cleveland is 27th or worse in OPS, ISO, WOBA, WRC plus against right-handed pitching. They also strike out 23% of the time. They walk a little more than the Giants do. Does that matter for George Kirby, who, yes, he has not had the immaculate control this year that he's had in years past, but largely a guy who's been considered to have elite control. That goes a little bit when you're coming back from a shoulder injury like George Kirby had. But yeah, I think he is the top pivot. I know he's coming off the start that he made last time out was fine. Good real life start, bad fantasy start. And then the Mets start was a disaster. But he had a big ceiling in all those starts prior, just kind of give you what George Kirby has been for the years prior. So for significantly less ownership, almost 2x less, I would prefer Kirby over Robbie Ray.
Okay. The shocker was Christian Javier.
This is
your
terrible
second highest rostered pitcher tonight. He was off our board last night. Like, we had almost no interest really in him. We understand, obviously, the Angels strike out a lot. They also hit a lot of home runs. Javier is not an efficient pitcher. We don't really know where the pitch count is with him. We don't know how many innings we're going to get out of him. So for over 20% of the field to deem that this is our number 2 tonight makes you feel pretty good about the going against the field in tournaments today, right? Like, if you're telling me, and we've actually kind of had a good amount of success this year, like fading the obvious oddities with ownership with some of these starting pitchers that are just in bad spots. I wasn't touching Javier with a 10-foot pole tonight, and even further jumping away from him now that he is chalky.
What? Okay. The baseline of this ownership is because the Angels strike out a lot, right?
Has to be.
Because what has anybody seen from Christian Javier in his last 2 starts that when somebody's sitting down and looking, like doing their research today, they're like, you know what? Christian Javier is a great SP2 today. But and take away the Angels for a second. What has Christian Javier done this season in his 3 starts that we've been like, yep, that's the guy I want to go to today? He has a 5.4 ERA. He has a 5.4 xFIP. He has a 5 Sierra. He has a 48% fly ball rate compared to a 27% ground ball rate, 31% hard contact rate. He's walking over 5 batters, career high, 5.4 walks per 9 innings. What is there to like? The pitch count hasn't made it over 65 pitches in back-to-back outings. What is the field like? Got to play him again. Have to jam in a $7,900 Christian Javier against the Angels. This isn't like $5,900.
I was gonna say, if he was 62, then I'd be like, sure, okay, strikeout upside, maybe. Again, we don't know how long he's gonna go in this game. He pitched 85 pitches. Second game, he got hurt through 50, came back through 65, didn't look good doing it. I just don't see it. I don't see the ownership. I'm full fading that. I know we kind of talked about, there wasn't a ton in the mid tier that we loved. Like, we liked the upside potentially of Tong and of Toley. I mean, price wise, Toley's a better value. Matchup wise, they're probably equal. The way Miami's been playing, and the way Pittsburgh obviously is a no O'Neal Cruz tonight for Pittsburgh. Now that would have been lefty anyways for O'Neal Cruz, but still, he's their best hitter. Skilled hitter. I don't know the best way to.
Don't you dare disrespect Jared Triolo.
I don't really know how to. I don't know how to define what O'Neal Cruz is.
Yeah, he's hitting 200 this year.
He has the best chance of hitting the red seat in Fenway of anybody in the game tonight, I guess.
Yes, probably in baseball.
And probably baseball. So I guess that would be it. So I think you can go to either of them. We had Cade Horton shout out from Anthony in chat. We've talked Cade Horton. He just is on a pitch limit because they want to limit either the pitches or the innings, one of the two. But he's also incredibly efficient. You say he does nothing but throw strikes. Rockies are going to Rocky. I mean, it is Coors, so there's a chance he gets blown up, but he doesn't give up home runs. So, could pivot to Horton if you felt inclined. We went to Nestor Cortez in the preview lineup. $6,900 for him. I still feel the same way about Nestor as I did last night. He's number 4 in ownership. He's just 13% today.
Yeah. I'm good with Nestor still. I think he looks pretty good, and we've talked about it a little bit, but he had 1 bad inning over his last 2 outings. that have like skewed all the numbers. I definitely like Tong tonight. Jonah Tong.
Yep.
He has in his 2 stops this year at double and triple A. Do you know what his strikeout rate was in percentage?
In percentage, I don't know, 39.
You were gonna say 40 and you should have stuck with it.
Okay.
He had a 40% strikeout.
I was gonna say 42 and then I went under. So
40%. Dude. That like I understand it's the minor leagues, but like that is almost unfathomable that 40% is a real number in terms of like outs accrued. Like he's getting, like a 14K per 9. That is just what he's done at every level, right? He made 2 AAA starts. So like, dude, you're too good.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Like, and I know Toley did the same thing.
I was gonna say Peyton Toley's had over 14K per 9 at double A, I think, this year. He only made 3 AAA starts because they're just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's the same. It's like the same thing. I have no issue going either. Miami's offense has obviously really sputtered out. They don't really strike out. That's where and also the Toley one, I'm a little more confident in Tong pitching deeper into the game. The Mets have obviously shown with Nolan McLean, like they are just looking for starters that can contribute and pitch deep into games, right? Because every bullpen acquisition they've acquired stinks. Boston has a good bullpen. Toley, you had even mentioned last night on the show, long-term vision is hope to pitch out of the bullpen during the playoffs, right? Like they don't envision a guy.
They got rid of Walker Buehler, so you might just actually be set up for the 4.
That's true. That was always happening. That was always
not great, but I mean, Buehler was in the bullpen. They're going to need somebody to be in the rotation. So
yes, but they have a deep bullpen. The Boston bullpen is very strong.
Did Clayton come back yet? I mean,
yes, he is off the IL.
Okay,
yes,
so that took one of the spots. So I mean, we'll see what happens when the playoff roster comes around. I think Toley's our number 4 for the remainder of the regular season.
But what is your expectation for pitch count? Because he did not throw full workload in his final AAA start.
I mean, I don't think they're limiting him. I think they called him up to pitch. So I don't think they're going to give him 60 pitches today. I think he's going to go throw 80, 85. Like, I think that's probably where he'll be. But they've been limiting him at AAA because they knew they wanted major league innings out of him.
Right.
So I don't think there's going to be anything crazy here. Otherwise, like, why waste him now? Right.
Okay.
Like, or why put him in the rotation even, right? If your plan is to use him in the bullpen, like put him in the bullpen, right? They're just desperate for number 4 because after Giolito, Crochet, and Bayo, you're looking at Dustin May, you're looking at Cooper Criswell, I guess.
Yeah, expectation was Harrison would probably be here by now, and
he just has been too inconsistent learning his new cutter, so. And Toley came up and literally hasn't given up anything since that first inning. So
you also need, if you are going to have aspirations for these pitchers to make your playoff roster, they had to be here by today or the end of the month. So like both Tong and Toley are in that same spot. Like you give them a shot. I just feel more confident in Tong's innings and pitch count, and maybe I'm off there, but I mean,
more recently, I'm trying to pull up Toley's game logs.
I think he threw like 75 pitches in his final start at AAA.
64. He
64,
went 5 innings, 9 strikeouts. He threw 64 pitches in 5 innings. He threw 71 and 72 in the previous.
That's what it was.
He topped out at 90. He threw 80 or more just 4 times this year. But again, they were, 6 innings. He just was like, they're like, all right, like you're just mowing them down. So, we don't need you to go more than the 6. So,
right.
So yeah, I mean, listen, it's certainly fair to ask. I would assume he would go give him 80 pitches tonight, get 5-6 innings under his belt, and then go to the bullpen.
Right.
But I guess we'll see what happens.
There isn't a lot else that I have a ton of interest in. Like usually Yuri Perez at 8,200 would be an automatic play for me.
Yeah.
But it's obviously a tough spot. Kremer's very inconsistent.
Logan Allen's getting ownership. Does that surprise you? 6,200 versus Seattle. And when I say getting ownership, I mean like he's closer to 10% than anybody else is. So
I think
actually he's 13% now after the most recent update. So
I'm not surprised because we've actually talked about this, and I don't know if it was on the show or not last night, but like you would look at Seattle and all of these players and think that they're better than they are, and then you look at them. Dude, against lefties in August, Seattle has a 690 team OPS. In August, John, they have a 28.7% K rate against lefties. Like they are just that's the league lead.
Yeah.
And that's the second or third most at bats, fourth most at bats against amongst any team in baseball. I mean, they're just striking out so much. They also have a 184 ISO. So if Logan Allen can't keep the ball in the yard, well, then he can't keep the ball in the yard and it's over.
Yeah. We were like, oh, lefties versus Texas. Like, this feels a good spot for Logan Allen coming off of like okay-ish starts and then boom, just shelled.
So like if he keeps the ball in the yard, then yeah. If he doesn't, he's cooked. And I think the people are just expecting, well, they strike out a lot. They haven't been as good as maybe on the surface. You're like, oh, Cal's hitting all these home runs, and Julio's been good in the second half, and Randy's homering. Mm-hmm. Eugenio has 48 home runs, but like none of them's doing it. It's like one solo here, one solo there. So yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. He's the best pitcher outside of Nestor in this range. I'll say that. I'm not playing Marquez, not playing Tyler Anderson, Gomez. I mean, the Yankees are hitting too many home runs. Paddock is bad, and he gets a really good offense right now. Springs has been pretty bad, and salute to Texas for whatever's happening there. They've been improved, right? Even when you look at some of this Texas stuff, they don't strike out, and they're walking a lot against lefties. So not a lot there. So I think people are just taking shots on Logan Allen.
Yeah, Anthony, I mean, on FanDuel, because it's a one-pitcher site, I mean, I think Robbie Ray's where you would want to go here. I mean, just, he's got to pitch deep. He's going to give you quality star potential. He's going to give you strikeout upside. He's cheaper than Skeens and Cruz. So, I mean, I would go Robbie Ray there. Anything else for pitcher?
Yeah, I had that pulled up. I was looking at it's interesting because Kirby is 500 more on FanDuel, and he is 19% less rostered there. Mm-hmm. And like, obviously, I'm just bullish on Kirby tonight.
Sure. Oh, it's a good spot for him.
So I would probably, if you're looking, like, I agree on the Robbie Ray call. Not that I don't, because typically it's been a good spot. Obviously, I just think Kirby would be the obvious pivot there again.
Yeah, just like he is on DraftKings, right?
Just like he is on DraftKings. There's a wider gap on FanDuel because it's one pitcher. And like, I mean, no one's playing anyone but Ray, Rodon, Javier. The Javier one again on FanDuel on a one pitcher site, dude. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. Ray Nestor and Yankees for single entry. Yeah, can the man. I mean, just nail two of the starters we like, and Yankees offense, obviously.
Especially Anthony Volpe. Yeah. Definitely play him. He had 2 hits last night. He is the hottest hitter in the lineup.
I don't think, do we have D-backs on this slate? Jordan Lawler just got called. I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Cade Horton, Ryan, we talked about it again.
Oh, yeah. They're in LA. The Diamondbacks are in LA.
Are they?
Yes, they're in LA. Duh.
Oh, yeah. Gallen's pitching. All right. Well, Jordan Lawler's called up. Take that for what it is.
I don't know who I thought you said, but I didn't think.
Horton's fine. Again,
Yeah.
it's just cores. We don't know how deep he's going to pitch in the game, but encouraging to see the 6 innings there. So,
Yep.
not bad. All right, catcher position. From ownership perspective, it's the Cubbies. Carson Kelly's currently your highest rostered catcher at $4,600. Kyle Higashioka also getting up over 10% here because he's got the lefty of the mound and Jeffrey Springs. So there's your value catcher for today. And then Ben Rice just check in at number 3. He's actually more expensive than Carson Kelly, but coming in less ownership.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're just gonna be talking Cubs the whole show, even though they haven't been great, but nothing cures offense.
I was surprised to see who the highest rostered Cub is today.
Highest rostered Cub. Yeah. I mean, that's just the product, the top 2, right? It's just the product of 3 of the 4, honestly. It's just the product of what is happening, with the Rockies pitching.
I mean, German Marquez.
Yeah, and everything not Victor Vodnik, basically. Yeah. I mean, playing Carson Kelly is definitely fine. I think, we've said it for months about how Ben Rice's luck was going to turn around. He might end the year as a 900 OPS player. Ben Rice might end the year with a 900 OPS. I mean, he has been unbelievable in a year that started so unlucky for him. So if you want to pay up for Ben Rice, I think he looks great. Him and Kelly would probably be the 2 that I prioritize. I like Salvi quite a bit. Chris Paddock allows a lot of power. So I think of the 4K and up tier, it's the 2 you mentioned plus Salvi. Higashioka as the value play has always hit lefties well. It's not the same this year, but he has always hit lefties well. He has been good lately, and he's also playing in the equivalent of cores, right? Yeah. Minus the thick air plus the smaller dimensions. That's what you get for Higashioka. So I definitely don't mind it. I think there's other values too. We talked Cuero. Cuero's hitting 3rd tonight. I mean, he is super good at hitting lefties. He still has a 400 plus WOBA against left-handed pitching. And honestly, the more we talk Christian Javier, the more I'm just ready to click the button, ready to click the Angels today and just hope it's a day they hit all the home runs against a fly ball pitcher and Christian Javier who can't throw strikes, right? I mean, dude, he can't throw strikes. He wasn't a great pitcher before the injury. There was a lot of luck attached to it. And now, I mean, I don't see it. So yeah, I almost want to just play Angels out of principle today.
I think so. I think it makes sense. Again, if you're building multiple lineups, you just kind of get an Angel stack out there, play Joe Adell, Hoppy, Taylor Ward, Neto, and see what happens.
Really, that was a nice, the way you said Joe Adell. I just heard my Italian roots, just Joe Adell. That was some New York City Bronx,
do what you can,
Italian. Wow, that was salute to the Italian heritage there. That was good. I love, dude. I don't know if you saw me. That was I heard the emphasis. Am I home?
Yeah. Edgar Caro, someone we talked about, hitting 3rd tonight, gets Rodon.
Yep.
Fermin, hitting 9th. I don't care. $2,300. All good. Anything else?
No.
Okay. First base. Ohtani. This is where I wanted to see where the Ohtani ownership was. Still getting 15%. So you're not wrong. People still figured out a way to
just play Ohtani, dude.
They had Ohtani in their lineup, but Justin Turner currently projected to be your top first baseman today. Is there something I don't know about Michael Busch here? Is he out? Is he not playing?
We will see, I guess.
He's literally not, unless this is a mistake and he's just not in the player pool.
I think
I don't see his name.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there is a mistake.
Okay,
in
because
the provider.
yeah, okay, that's the only way this makes sense. Because Michael Bush was the cover of the preview show.
Yeah,
He's
there's
one of my favorite plays overall today, and I would imagine that he would be more likely to be 20% than Justin Turner, and that ownership on Ohtani would then ultimately drop because more people are spending $5,200 on a Michael Bush and not a $3,100 on Justin Turner there. So I guess we'll see what happens with that lineup. But you have Ohtani, Kurtz, Bush, Vlad, and Alonso 5K and up here.
Yeah, Ohtani, you can play him in any spot. Kurtz in a minor league ballpark looks great. Michael Bush is too cheap if he's in the lineup. Podina, it's not about him being in the actual player pool. We're talking from an ownership standpoint. Michael Bush is not showing up, so if and when he's announced as the leadoff hitter, because that's where he's been hitting. He'll
be 60%.
Yeah, he might be the highest rostered Cub of the day. You can obviously always play Vladdy or Pete. They're great. Yeah. I think the top 3 are my preferred targets, but I'm not going to ever be like, no, don't play Vladdy. No, don't play Pete Alonso. Those players are very strong.
Obviously with Ohtani getting the ownership that he does along with the rest of the Cubs, there's not really like a spend up else in that group there necessarily. Again, Kurtz is 8%, but we liked Pasquantino and Torkelson last night.
Yep.
We liked Devers last night as well, all in that sort of mid-range at the 4K tier. So I think all of them. Christian Walker, I know you highlighted Anderson being the reverse splits pitcher. He started at still Walker's $3,800. All of that to me kind of just stands out.
Well, he's bad against both splits. He's just super bad against lefties. Like righties, Tyler Anderson, that is. Righties have a 193 ISO, 216 expected ISO. Lefties just happen to have a 308 ISO against him, So like still 200 ISO is still really good. So yeah, shout out Christian Walker. He looks great. Vinny Paz, home run loading there. So I have no issues with either. Those would probably be my 2 favorite in the mid tier, Walker and Vinny Paz.
From a value perspective, I'll save a value play. I think it's a better option at a different position for us here.
Yep. At 2B, which we talked about.
Yeah, at 2B, which we'll go to. Is there anybody else that you want to talk about at first base first?
I not really. No. Curtis Mead. I was going to mention Mead, but like probably not the spot for it because Rodon is like good.
I just got to say this. The Orioles lineup came out, and it is a minor league lineup.
Don't you dare disrespect Jeremiah Jackson. Don't.
Yeah, Emmanuel Rivera is hitting 5th tonight.
This is the same lineup they played yesterday against Crochet.
Yeah. It's just not a good lineup.
I think that it's fine, but hitting Emmanuel Rivera 5th is not the move.
No. I would expect Robbie Ray to do. I mean, even Crochet didn't have like Cy Young love, but he's still really good in that start. So
yeah.
All right, second base. The player I saved at second base is Ezekiel Duran. Getting a lot of ownership today because he is $3, $2,300 to help build your lineup to fit in all the Cubbies, and we're not really playing Nico Horner at 45. I mean, the field he's 20% as well, but rather be playing some Duran at 23 to build my lineups around and save some money. I'm at the very bottom of the group. Not to knock Cattell or Altuve, Jazz Chisholm, Keyshaw, who we obviously like, Romy, not so much, but you get the picture here. You want to spend up, you can. No one's really doing it. Making sure I'm scrolled up here. 3 of the top 4 rostered second basemen today are under $3,000.
Yep, and Nico Horner.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, I definitely don't hate the thought of being contrarian here and spending up. Altuve against a lefty. He has 180 ISO. Jazz is homering basically every day. or stealing a base every day or doing both, right? Keishel's homered in back-to-back games and now gets a lefty who he homered off yesterday. So I don't hate any of those options. And Horner at 45. The only way I'd do that probably is if he leads off, which I don't expect. I expect the Michael Busch noti to hit and he's leading off. But if for whatever reason Nico Horner was leading off, I'd probably consider that.
Okay. Anything else here in a second?
No, I mean, I think you kind of nailed it. It's the value.
Yeah, the value again. Duran is your highest there, but you also have Freeland, who we highlighted on the preview show as an option at $2,400, and Cody Freeman, also of the Rangers, is getting some ownership there as well. So those are your value plays at this position. Third base, Cody Freeman is actually your highest rostered third baseman. He has a dual positional eligibility. $2,600. Again, you get the Sacramento play. Josh Young, also the Sacramento play, at 13%, and then Matt Shaw at $4,100 are your top three from an ownership perspective, which leaves at third base Ramirez, Bregman, Machado, that whole crew. No one's playing.
Yeah, this one is like a tougher want to in terms of spend up at the position, because the pitchers are more quality. So I don't have a ton of interest. You can always play any of them. Eugenio is probably the first one that I'd have interest in just from a pure ceiling standpoint. Correa has hit lefties well this year. I'd play Correa 44. Shaw makes a whole lot of sense. And if it's not Shaw, Willie Castro will be playing third today, so one of those two stand out. I think Yoan Moncada hitting fourth at $3,700 looks pretty good. He has been super good from this split from the lefty side of the plate. He has a 251 ISO against right-handed pitching this year. He also has hit all 11 of his home runs from the left side of the plate. So you're just getting Yoan Moncada on his absolute best split. So I love Moncada here. I think he looks awesome at $3,700. Josh Young.
We did get an update from Roth here.
Okay.
Got worse for Boston, in his opinion.
Oh.
He says, I just want to say we're totally fine, but I can't. There's a line of showers and storms moving that way. Should arrive around first pitch. An on-time start would mean a decent shot of a late start. A late start would mean they waited out in play, but that's not even 100% safe. So just to keep it into consideration there. So he says, I'm cautiously optimistic they play after a late start.
So
consider that your Boston, Pittsburgh, that Tolley, who was really the only one in that game we were interested in.
Yep.
Not necessarily safe. You definitely want to see more of a late start than an on-time play. A delay would be in order. So
yeah. Okay.
So not great.
Not great. Viento's hitting fourth, tough spot, but he is hitting fourth. I think is interesting. My boy Triolo leading off, but you just talked about the weather is not great there.
Mead and Baldwin 9-5.
Yeah, Keith leading off. Mead, Baldwin.
Shortstop we go. Hey, you be shocked to know that Mookie Betts is the highest rostered shortstop today.
Dude, even on a core slate, you and I could not have laughed more at how much the field wants.
Live update. No longer the highest roster.
Okay.
Dansby Swanson now number one.
Dude, the field wants 2019 Mookie Betts to be here so badly.
Yeah. But when I hit the button, he was literally live updated. Dansby now. Jared Triolo is number 2, but again, we don't know about that matchup. Mookie is now number 3 by fractional points.
I mean, it's literally still, he might as well just be 1C yeah, I mean, I think this is a position to be contrarian in. I think Dansby looks fine. Obviously, he has a ceiling. but and like you look at Mookie at 43, dude, there's a lot of really good shortstops. Bobby Witt has been awesome lately.
Mhm.
And finally getting a ceiling out of him. And it's a great spot against Chris Paddock. I would absolutely play that. Jeremy Pena has raked against lefties and has been Jeremy Pena has had a sneaky stolen base season. I feel like this is the stolen base season that I've wanted out of Jeremy Pena every year of his career, and it never happens. But he's gonna possibly get 30 stolen bases this year, depending on a good final month to his year. So I like Witt, I like Pena, I love Neto. Like first pitch Zach Neto home run tonight. Would that be shocking? Christian Javier tries to lay one in, and Neto, in classic Zach Neto fashion, just whacks one out of the ballpark. And you're like, right, why the hell did anyone play Christian Javier? So I like Neto at $4,800, who's been awesome. Obviously, you could play Dansby, you could play Mookie, but like I think there's a lot of Willy Adames. For all the crap that you specifically have given him this year,
Rightfully, guy's been not good for the majority of this year.
I'm just saying he's going to end up hitting 30 home runs and have 85 RBIs and
214 average at home, man. Like should just never gone.
No, of course. But he does get his, preferred split here. I think there's a lot to like 4K where Mookie's fine. Dansby's definitely fine. You can play either of them. But I think there's a lot of good pivots here at shortstop.
I still like Jacob Wilson as my
Jay Willie looks great here. Looks great.
Yeah, we talked about the lighter expected numbers on the preview show. Don't be fooled. Don't go look at his numbers and be like, oh man, he's got such great splits. Like all of the expected ISO and WOBA numbers are paint a completely different picture of the pitcher.
Yep.
Any other value down here for you?
Wilson, obviously our boy Triolo, if that game plays, that's it. We don't need to test any of these other waters here.
Okay.
I was kidding about the Volpe thing. Whoever was here earlier, don't play Anthony Volpe.
Don't play Anthony Volpe. All right, outfield. PCA, Seiya, Tucker. Top 3 owned players. No surprise.
No surprise.
We expected that to be the case.
No surprise.
Tucker is the third of the group. He is the most expensive hitter on the entire slate today. How do you personally rank PCA, Seiya, and Tucker for tonight?
I would rank them Tucker, PCA, Seiya. Okay. Can I would even put Ian Happ ahead of Seiya.
Wow. Interesting.
There is nothing that I can positively say about really either of them. There's not a lot to like about either of them.
For me, it's that Seiya's track record on the year has been better.
Hap's track record, though, also suggests that this is specifically the only split he can hit.
Sure.
He still has, despite the struggles, 170 ISO, 206 expected ISO against righties. And not that Seiya doesn't have good expected numbers, because he does. But he's at least shown a little bit of life lately. I don't know if Seiya has had a pulse lately. Basically since the All-Star break, he has been how many home runs does Seiya Suzuki have since the break? Does he have any? Does he have one?
He has none in the last 10. So
I think he has one. Let's see. Game log. One on August 6th. And it goes to the 7/25. So there's 6 days or 7 days from that point to the All-Star break. He has one home run since July 25th.
Sure.
I don't know. Hap is $700 cheaper. That is easier to get to. So sure. If I'm ranking them, like I get what you're saying. Like Seiya just probably has the higher ceiling overall.
And I mean, for me, I just like I don't. This is a very bad matchup. Like or bad pitch. Like the Rock.
It's a bad pitcher. Yeah, it's a bad pitcher.
I'm almost banking on Seiya just being able to hit Herman Marquez than I am caring about what he has done so far for the last month and a half.
It's fair. It's a for the record, it's a completely fair take. I'm not trying to like down. I would play Seiya, but you asked me to rank them, and I'm just telling you that I would also rank this guy who's $700 cheaper higher than him.
Sure. All right, so that's kind of your Cubs overview. There's plenty of other options in the top if you wanted to. Obviously, with everybody playing the Cubs, though, no one's really getting to any of these other guys.
Right.
Aaron Judge at 10%. You want to put him in your lineup, knock yourself out. Good play. Buxton leading off versus Cortez, 5,800. Soto, great. The Green. I know Tigers let us down, but Lugo's been bad. Giancarlo is in the game. He is playing.
I know. I'm surprised. I know. I did not think they'd go. I didn't think they would do it.
You can't take him out. He's just
I know I know he's too good. I
know. So there's that. I like Seattle versus Allen, regardless of sort of the overall numbers that are there. So
right. Well, they hit home runs. They do hit home runs. That's the one thing they do.
Rooker's getting some ownership. Jordan, again, you talked about reverse splits. Lefty. Jordan here. Jordan hits lefties as a lefty, and Anderson's getting smoked by lefties. So this could be the Jordan play.
That was always like the hack that Houston had when they had Jordan and Tucker. Dude, yeah. They just raked against everybody, and there was just nothing you could do. And I think that's why we're seeing Jordan like hit second. They hit him fourth right off the bat, and then they moved him up to second. And I think like just it's such a cheat code to have Jordan hitting second in the spot. He honestly would be one of my bets to homer tonight against Kyle. He has 300 ISO allowed to lefties. Jordan hits lefties as well as he's like Schwarber, right? Schwarber has like a 400 ISO against lefties this year, lefty. It's like, okay, dude, it's like there has to be a weakness somewhere. It's not fair. I think Jordan 4,700. By the end of the year, Jordan's 5,700.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's a good time to get at him. Wyatt Langford, we highlighted Texas. Him and Adolis are getting ownership in this matchup against Springs.
Yep.
Talked about all the Angels that you can play tonight. Knock yourself out there. Ward, Trout, Adele. Grisham's $4,300 in this mid-range.
Grisham's going to homer because he just homers.
Sure.
He does.
Butler's been bad, but you could play him at 41 if you wanted to. Ramon Laureano against Zoe Matthews, high strikeout potential, but also, not fully consistent yet at the major league level. Anything else in this 4K for you?
Yeah, I mean, Ramon Laureano, you mentioned Joe Adele at $4,000. Talk about a guy who is very as live as anyone on a nightly basis to homer. Here's welcome to the Angels in a nutshell. Yastrzemski at 4K. He has 1,000 OPS since joining the Royals, over a 300 ISO since joining the Royals. So I like Yastrzemski quite a bit. You mentioned Adolis. He looks great. That's probably it for like that tier of outfielders.
I'm trying to see what the ownership looks like here. It's not a ton. Tommy Pham, 31, but that's in a game we don't know if it's going to play or not.
If Owen Casey's in the lineup, that would be the obvious play that I think would be extremely popular. Like I'd almost have no doubt that everyone would gravitate to that.
All right, well, let's get a lineup built there then. Final lineup of the live show. If those of you who are just tuning in now, this is our final live show of the MLB season as we transition to the NFL. We still will have the preview show each and every day. You can comment on the comment section of the preview show, and Grande and I will be happy to help you guys with your lineups. But from a live show perspective, this is our final MLB DFS live show of the year. The next time you see Grande and I live together will be for the start of the NBA DFS season. So if you tune in or play NBA DFS, you definitely want to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And of course, we'll have plenty of live NFL content throughout the week, including multiple start sit shows on Thursday and Sunday.
What?
Start sit shows? Start sit. What did I say? Start sit shows? Yeah, all the words
might have been in a letter. Could have been a letter mixed in there. I don't know.
all the words blend together. It happens. I can't say it 5 times fast.
Might have been a word mixed in there.
All righty. Rodon or Ray and Nestor. Is that where we're going here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Do we get another ownership? We still don't have the Michael Bush play here. Is he not playing? Like I
am fully convinced it's just an error.
Okay.
There's a right. I think that was because Marquez was coming off the IL, so there's probably a different pitcher, because Justin Turner would only play against a lefty. So think about it that way, right? It would have to have been a lefty pitcher projected.
All right. So if we do this. Gives us 4K play for catcher, third, short, and outfielder.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Matt Shaw. Just add Matt Shaw, and then we'll do the rest of the lineup in the Discord.
$3,900 catcher, short, outfield, full lineup in the Discord. Once again, we greatly appreciate all of you who've tuned in each and every day for our live show here on the Fantasy Time YouTube channel, supporting us. Again, we will still have the preview show for all of you. So you can catch that each and every morning. Actually, each and every night. We pretty much do it at like 9 o'clock at night and get it out for 10, 11 o'clock for all of you people to get ready for the next day. You can comment in there. Obviously, the best, most direct way to reach us is in the Discord. We have the 7-day free trial going on. You can join that. We also have great promotions still going on. Draft 25, annual 25, monthly 25. The Draft 25 just gets you the draft guide and the cheat sheet for fantasy football, but monthly and annual 25 will get you the All-Pro subscription, which includes access to all of the sports access that we have on site, betting, DFS, and seasonal content. Monthly 25 knocks it down to $29.98 a month. Annual 25 is one lump sum payment for $215 for the year, but that's $17.99 a month for the year. So the biggest discount we're offering, it's like $22 off the current monthly price if you go annual right now. So that's fantasyalarm.com/win, promo code annual25 to take advantage for the full year at just $17.99 a month in one lump sum payment, or monthly 25 for $29.98 a month. And you can cancel anytime there. All of it starts with a 7-day free trial. So you can check us out, get ready for the NFL DFS season. NHL is right around the corner. Obviously, NBA is coming right around then. We have all college football DFS content out right now, best bets for all of that. So plenty of content for you guys if you come join the family. Definitely appreciate you all tuning in. Grande, any final words here?
No, just thank you all for stopping by day in, day out, and going on the journey with us like we have done, year over year, and we'll continue the grind throughout baseball with the podcast, and then during basketball. And I know you obviously, as you mentioned, will be on the football stuff. So appreciate everyone that's tuned in day out. We love you all.
And if you guys think we're good with baseball, you should check us out in the NBA streets here.
NBA streets are fun.
That's our number one sport. So if you guys are just finding us and you like some NBA, you definitely want to come check out Grande and I talk some ball. So again, appreciate you all, and we'll see you in the preview show. So we're not really going anywhere. We're just not here at 5 anymore. We'll talk to you then.